There are two methods that we can use to add data to the Cloud Firestore. One is the add doc method, set doc method. Let's learn how to use the add doc method to add data to the Cloud Firestore in this lecture. In order to use the add doc method in Firebase 9, we need three things: database that we want to add our data to, the collection method where we want to add our data to inside our database. Finally, the add doc method, which is where we actually pass our data along with collection and database references. Let's destructure get Firestore, collection, and add doc that we need from the Firestore import statement. So at the top, import opening closing curly braces from Firebase/Firestore in quotes. Inside the curly braces, type get Firestore, comma collection, comma add doc, like so. Once we have the import statement, the second step is to initialize Firestore database. So constant space db equals get Firestore, opening closing parenthesis and semicolon, and pass the app that I have access at the top. As you know, this line of code is a part of Firebase SDK, which we can get from the Firebase project dashboard. Hey, I just want to remind you to download the free PDF of essential Firestore CRUD queries that shows all the source code with a detailed explanation covered in this tutorial and beyond. Grab your copy now, and the link is in the description below. The third step is to actually make a query using the add doc method. This add doc method will take two arguments. The first one is the collection method as an argument, and the second argument is the actual data. Add doc method. Let's add the first argument. So collection, opening closing parenthesis. This collection method also takes two arguments. The first argument of the collection method is the database we want to add the data to, which is db in this case, comma, the second argument is the collection name, which will be users in quotes, like so. At this stage, you may wonder, if you look at the Firebase database page, there is no collection called users. So how can we add data to the collection that doesn't exist? Well, when you try to add data to the Firestore database with the collection name specified in the query, Firebase will try to find that specific collection inside the database so that it can add data to it. On the other hand, if Firebase cannot find the collection name, it will create a new collection with that name and add the data inside it. That's the reason you don't normally add just a collection. Instead, when you add data with a collection name, Firebase automatically takes care of it. Moving on, the second argument of the add doc method is the actual data that we want to store as a document inside the users collection. The good news is that we can simply store a JavaScript object as a document inside the Firestore database. So let's create a JavaScript object with some key value pairs. So opening and closing curly braces, name colon Raja Tamil inside quotes, comma country colon Canada inside the quotes. And you can add more data here, but for simplicity's sake, I'm going to stick with these two properties. Now let's run the code to see what happens. To run the add doc method, we need to run the index.js file. So open up the terminal window by choosing terminal from the Visual Studio Code menu bar and new terminal. Then I'm going to make sure that I'm inside the right project. Then I'm going to run the command node space index.js and hit enter. Switch back to the Cloud Firestore page, refresh it, and you can see that we have successfully added data to the Firestore database. Nice. As you can see from the first column, there is a user collection. In the second column, you can see Firebase automatically created a unique ID, which is normally an alphanumeric value, like this one. This is super useful because we can identify any document in the user's collection using this ID. And you can see the actual data stored in the third column. Pretty straightforward. Sometimes you may want to get the auto-generated ID as soon as we have successfully added data to the Cloud Firestore database. Let's see how to do that. The add doc method will return a promise, and we can run then function on it to capture any data that will be returned to us from Firebase. So dot then opening and closing parenthesis, and this will take a function as an argument. I'm going to use an arrow function with the parameter called docref, which will have returned response data. So docref equals angle bracket opening and closing curly braces. Inside that, I'm going to console log the docref. In order to get the auto-generated ID from the response, all we have to do is to access the ID property on the docref object dot ID. That's pretty much it. Let's also add the catch function similar to the then function in case if you get any error. After the then function dot catch opening and closing parenthesis, then pass the arrow function with the parameter error. So error equals angle bracket opening and closing curly braces, then console log error. Like so. Let's run the code again. Node.js space index.js, and you can see the auto-generated ID that comes directly from Firebase. Nice. This also assures us that we have successfully added data to the database. Let's make sure that the ID in here matches the one inside the Firestore database. Yes, they are perfectly matched. If you want to go beyond this and build a complete real-world app with Firebase, including authentication, data structure, and best practices, I have a full course that covers everything step by step. I will leave the link in the description below. If this video helped, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.